Hi there, my name is Anton and you are on the channel Anton Coded. Today we are going to solve some tasks from Advent of Code. Today is the 9th of December and I skipped 18 tasks till tomorrow. And today we are going to solve the first tasks from the first day. Let's go. It called the tyranny of the rocket equation. Advent of Code is the amount of tasks each day you can solve two puzzles. For each of them you can grant 1 star, and the aim of it, you should solve it first for all of people who are trying to solve it, and you need to bring 50 stars till 25th of December. Let's go read some task and solve it. Okay. The main question is, what is the sum of the fuel requirements for all the models on your spacecraft? Okay, you should get some puzzle input. I think it should be some txt or something like that. Yes, it's amount of weights. Yes, you given a model and its mass. I think it's a mass of each of model. Yes, and what you should do? You need to find the total amount of fuel required to all the models. And you can calculate it like that. You should divide it by 3, round down, and subtract 2 for each of the mass, I think. Let's look for example. For a mass of 12, divide by 3 and round down to get 4, then subtract 2 to get 2. Yes, the fuel counter upper needs to know the total fuel requirement. To find it, individually calculate the fuel needed for the mass for each model, your puzzle input. Then add together all the fuel values and paste the answer here. Okay, let's write some code. I think we are going to write it down here. Let's create new folder, new directory, and let's call it eoc day 1. Okay, and here we should add 2 folders for the simple task and the more extended task. Simple, yes, and let's add some data JS, and we default yeah, let's order it. Yes, and paste some commas. We also can add some txt file and paste it in txt, and then we can use just read fs from Node.js, but I don't want to do. I just wanted to add some commas to the amount of numbers. That's it. It's okay? Great. And in index.js we just need to import. Let's import it from like require const data require data.js. Yes, like that. And then we are going to reduce the data and calculate all the amount. We called result data reduce. We need to add, let's call it result and call it mass for the item. What we are going to do, we need to return mass divided by 3. We need to round it to the floor and -2. That's all. That's all. We need also add result. I think that's all. What we need to do here, and that's, I think, all the solution for that task. We need to log result to understand what we need to paste in the answer. Let's start it. Node AOC. Yes, we're here. Yes, we're here, and we need to AOC day 1 and just node index.js. What it can find model. We are going to, yes, we are going to simple directory and run index there. Inspector token import or export. Okay. Of course, we need to model experts. Yes, like that. And the solution is that's. Yes, we get 1 gold star. Yes, it's great, but we can, I think we can reduce some operations, and we can make that code better. We need to, I think we can just add all the data, to sum all the data, and then make that calculations. Let's just result mass, and that's all. We just sum all the data, and then we just needed to reduce it divided by 3, get floor, and make some operations. Wow. And then we got something. Yes, I understand, because we've got some numbers after the dot. We don't floor it. We don't reduce that amount of numbers, and we get the result number more than target. Let's return our solution to the correct, and let's go to the part 2. Yes, part 2. During the second go, Okay. Okay. Um, mhm. Okay, it's an interesting extension of the task. Great, great. Um, it's awesome extension. We need to send our aircraft with the fuel, and we just calculate the amount of fuel for the mass for the aircraft. But our fuel also have mass. Yes, has a mass, and we need some more fuel to send it with that mass, with the new mass, and we need to calculate all the fuel for new amount of mass for a fuel. Let's call it okay, simple, extended, yes, something like that. No. Yes, I think yes, data hasn't changed, and we can just use that data. Yes, and we need to understand, okay, how much new additional fuel we need to get. Yes, const, and here we just get some fuel mass, yes, and that's the fuel mass, and we are return result fuel mass, and okay, let's call it spacecraft fuel mass. Yes, and we need some fuel fuel mass. We just calculated here later. We just add some result with spacecraft fuel mass, and add some fuel mass for each item, for each fuel mass for a spacecraft, and we just need to calculate it like that before, but we need some cycle of a calculation while it's not a zero, rounded down zero or negative value. Okay, I think we need make some function somewhere here get fuel mass, we pass here mass and get that's value. We here just call mass. Yes, and I think we need to let total mass, yes, total mass, and we just pass it here. Yes, my idea is that we need to add make some calculations of a new fuel mass and add while it's not a falsy or negative value. Let's read it. Let's write it. We need some let fuel mass and we just get fuel mass for a total mass. Here we just got yes, and we just got here spacecraft fuel for a spacecraft. I think yes, we need some other variable for a spacecraft mass. Yes, I just rewrite something that I wrote it before. Yes, total mass is here will be spacecraft mass. Yes, and fuel mass is a total mass. Okay, let it be. But here we can paste that, and we should write while fuel mass. We need to update it. While fuel mass more than 0, we need to add let it be 0. Yes, total mass. We need fuel mass to the total mass. Yes, and update fuel mass to fuel mass. And while we are adding a new updated fuel mass to the total mass, here we can get yes, it would be spacecraft fuel mass and fuel mass. That's all. Total mass, I think. Yes, that's all. I think we can run it, extend it. But firstly, I think we should run for the code and understand what is going on here. We just load some data from the source, make some function getting fuel mass, counting fuel mass from the mass, and we just reduce. We just wrote some reduce function which reduces for each item, each mass for a spacecraft. And here we just calculate spacecraft mass, just how much fuel we need to for each spacecraft. Yes, and here we can here we just know here how much fuel we need to the spacecraft, and we need to calculate how much fuel we need to send the fuel, and it would be calculated here. And while that value is more than 0, we add that amount to the total mass, yes, and update fuel value for a new fuel mass, yes. Then let's start and check it. Now what's going on? I make extended. Extended a lot of mistakes. Spacecraft is not defined. I made a mistake. Yes, that's all. And we've got the number more than before. Let's try to submit it. Yes, we made it. We just made 2 stars for 50, and that's great. You are going, if you want, you can share that video, you can subscribe on it, you can add some commentaries and go to my Telegram chat and talk about my solution, or you can send your solution there. Have a nice day. Let's be a great programmers.